Hi students, welcome back to the next session, lecture 2, problems on vector spaces. We are going to see the vector spaces problem. In the last lecture, we learned what are the axioms of the vector space. So now we are going to apply that axioms in a problem. First problem, verify that the vector space, vector set capital V of all ordered triples of real numbers of the form x comma y comma 0 and define the operations plus and multiplication. First one, x comma y comma 0 plus x dash comma y dash comma 0. If you add these two, the result becomes x plus x dash comma y plus y dash comma 0. Another operation they define, c of x comma y comma 0, which is equal to cx comma cy comma 0 is a vector space or not. We have to verify whether this defined set of order triples of real numbers is a vector space or not. They define both the addition and multiplication. So now we are going to check this condition is satisfying or not. Solution. Let us consider u of x comma y comma 0 and v of x comma x dash comma y dash comma 0 and w is equal to x double dash y double dash comma 0. These three vectors belongs to the real number capital R. First one, closure. U plus v is equal to x comma y comma 0. What is the v defined? X dash comma y dash comma 0. So both if you add, the result becomes x plus x dash, then y plus y dash plus 0 plus 0 is 0. So from this we can interchange and therefore this closure is satisfied. Hence, u plus v belongs to capital R. That is, here the resulting value we got is also in terms of x comma y comma 0. Only the triples of real numbers. Therefore, the closure property is satisfied. Next, we are going to see the commutative property. U plus v is equal to x comma y comma 0 plus x dash comma y dash comma 0. If we both add, we will get the result as x plus x dash comma then y plus y dash comma 0. So this is can be written as x dash plus x. That is x plus x dash is same as a x dash plus x and y plus y dash is same as a y dash plus y. Then the 0 write as it is. This is belongs to v plus u. That is what is it? V vector x dash y dash 0 and u vector is x comma y comma 0. If you add v plus u, we get the result is x dash plus x comma y dash plus y comma 0. Therefore, commutative property is also satisfied. Next, we see the associative property. U plus of v plus w is equal to u is x comma y comma 0 and what is it? V vector x dash comma y dash comma 0. Then what is the w vector x double dash comma y double dash comma 0. So now add these two vectors. The resulting vector have this one right as it is x comma y comma 0 right as it is. Then these two vectors alone add, we get the result as x dash plus x double dash comma y dash plus y double dash comma 0. Next step, we can write as x plus x dash plus x double dash comma y plus y dash comma plus y double dash comma 0. So this can be interchanged and write can as x dash plus x comma y dash plus y comma 0. Then here take out x dash and y double dash. So here separately can write x double dash comma y double dash comma 0. The answer is, here we already know that u plus v values x dash plus x comma y dash plus y comma 0. Then this is a vector w. So u plus of v plus w is equal to u plus v plus w. So we got the result. Therefore, associative property is also satisfied. Next, we are going to see the existence of identity. Let 0 is equal to 0, 0, 0. Here 0 is an identity vector and u is equal to x, y, 0. Now add the u vector plus identity vector. So we'll get the x, y, 0 plus 0, 0, 0. That is, this is the identity vector. For both the vectors, if you add, we get the result as x comma y comma 0. So that is equal to u. So this property is also satisfied. Next we are going to see the existence of inverse. Let u is equal to x comma y comma 0 and minus u is equal to, here now we are defining the another vector minus u is equal to minus x minus y 0. So this is also another vector. This is the inverse of this u. So now if we add this u and plus of minus u, we get x comma y comma 0 plus minus x minus y comma 0. The resulting value we got as x minus x comma y minus y comma 0. So x minus x is 0, y minus y is 0, then 0. So therefore we'll get the 0 vector. So u plus of minus u is equal to 0. So therefore inverse property is also satisfied. Next we are going to see the multiplication property. Closure c of x comma y comma 0 which is equal to cx comma cy comma 0 for all real numbers c and all u and v in capital V. That is c is nothing but a scalar. Next c of alpha into x comma y comma 0 which is equal to c into alpha x comma alpha y comma 0. So multiply the scalar inside. So we get the c alpha x comma c alpha y comma 0. So from these two terms we can take out the alpha outside. So can be written as alpha into cx comma cy comma 0. That is c of alpha of x comma y comma 0 now can be written as alpha of c of x comma y comma 0. Next one, sixth property, alpha into u plus v is equal to alpha of, what is it, u x comma y comma 0. Then what is it, v vector, x dash comma y dash comma 0. Now multiply the alpha inside, so we get the result alpha of x comma y comma 0 plus alpha of x dash comma y dash comma 0. Now we can written as alpha into, what is this vector, u. Then what is this vector, v. So alpha into u plus v can be written as alpha u plus alpha v. So this is also belongs to the real number capital R. Next one, alpha plus beta of u. Alpha and beta are the scalars. So which is equal to, so both this property is called the distributive law. Alpha plus beta of, what is our u, x comma y comma 0. Which is equal to, now multiply alpha of x comma y comma 0 plus beta of x comma y comma 0. So the result is alpha u plus beta u. That is alpha plus beta of u can be written as alpha u plus beta u. So therefore this distributive axiom is also satisfied. Next we go to the unitary axiom. 1 into u, that is a 1 is a unitary, that is a identity, sorry, not identity. So unitary law, 1 into u is equal to 1 into x comma y comma 0. That is equal to, we got the result x comma y comma 0, that is equal to u. Since the given function satisfies all the conditions for the vector space and hence it is the vector space. Have you understand the vector space problem? That is, we must check all the properties under the addition, under the multiplication. We need to check all the above 8 conditions. If all the above 8 conditions satisfies, this is a vector space. Otherwise, if any of the one condition is not satisfied, this is not a vector space. Shall we go to the next problem? Yeah. Next problem. Here the considering the matrix. Determine whether the set of all 2 cross 2 matrix is of the form A plus B, A plus B, B. This A, B belongs to the real space R. With respect to addition and scalar multiplication is a vector space or not. So here also we have to check the matrix is vector space or not. They defined a sample one matrix. We have to consider the another matrices. Let A is equal to A plus B, A plus B, B. Then another matrix consider the B, C, C plus D, C plus D, D. Now we have to check the A plus B is equal to B plus A. Adding the A plus B, that is A plus B is equal to A plus B, A plus B, B, C plus D, C plus D, D. Now adding the two matrices, so we get the just adding the elements of the each matrices A plus C, then A plus B plus C plus D, then C plus D plus A plus B, then B plus D. So just adding the elements. So now after this one we can shift and write A plus C can be written as C plus A, then A plus B plus C plus D can be written as C plus D plus A plus B, then this is also. Then finally we got the result. We can split the two matrices C, C plus D, C plus D, D. Then another matrix A plus B, A plus B, B. So we already know what is this matrix. This matrix is capital B. So which is equal to B plus A. So it satisfies the A plus B is equal to B plus A. Next one. Next another property. A plus of B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Now let us define the another matrix C. C is equal to E plus F, E plus F, F. Then A plus of B plus C is equal to. Now keep this A matrix as it is. Then add along the B plus C matrices. The resulting matrix we got C plus E. Here C plus D plus E plus F. E plus F plus C plus D into D plus F. Next, multiplying now adding the three matrices. So adding the three matrices, we get the result A plus C plus E, A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F. Then here also A plus B, E plus F, C plus D, B plus D, F. Now we can split from this. Take out the A plus C matrices as it is. A plus C, then split the E matrix this side. So A plus C into A plus C, another element A plus B plus C plus D, then the third element C plus D plus D, A plus B, then the fourth element B plus D. Then another matrix, first element E, second element E plus F, then third element E plus F, then fourth element F. So these two matrices can be written as A plus B plus C. So this property is also satisfied. Next we go to the next property, that is the identity. Let 0 is equal to, we can consider the identity matrix 0, 0, 0. Adding the A plus 0, so we get the matrix A. So this property is also satisfied. Next we go to the inverse. A plus of minus A is equal to 0. So A matrix is, we already know A plus B, A plus B, B. Then the minus A matrix is minus A, minus A, minus B, minus A, minus B, minus B. So now adding these two matrices, the resulting matrix we got the 0. So therefore this condition is also satisfied. Next we go to the another one. That is a unitary matrix. 1 into A is equal to A. That is a 1 into 1 into A is A plus B, A plus B, B. Multiply by 1, we get the A plus B, the same matrices we got. So therefore unitary law is also satisfied. Next one, we go to the scalar. So alpha into A plus B is equal to alpha A plus alpha B. So just multiplying, already we find out the A plus B matrix. So from that A plus B matrix, multiply a scalar alpha. So we get alpha into this matrices. So from this, we can split the A matrices separately, B matrices separately. So we get the result alpha A plus alpha B. So this condition is also satisfied. Next one, alpha plus beta into A is equal to alpha A plus beta A. Alpha plus beta into A. So A matrix we know that. So multiply that A matrix by alpha plus beta. So we get the result as alpha plus beta into A. Here also alpha plus beta into A plus B. Here also alpha plus beta into A plus B. Here alpha plus beta into B. So we get the result like this. Then finally we can split the alpha A separately, alpha beta A separately. We get the two matrices. So from the first matrix we can take the alpha outside. Then the second matrix we can take the beta outside. So we get the result alpha A plus beta A. Next last one, alpha beta into A is equal to alpha into beta A. So consider the alpha beta multiplied by A matrices. We get the alpha beta A, alpha beta A